Hello, everyone. Welcome back to College Football 25 in episode 14, part 14. And it is bowl week, ladies and germs. It's bowl season. It's the first week of bowl season because we are the lowly group of fives that play in December, and all the big boys play, in the end of January. This year it's going to be different, of course, because we have the 12-team playoff, but regardless, I digress. I'm an old head with college football, I guess. I'm going to reminisce on the old days. We have our first bowl game of our tenure here at Utah State after a beautiful 11-10 season. We are the Mountain West Conference champions, and Western Kentucky is the Conference USA champion. So we are meeting up in the New Mexico Bowl. I guess those are the bowl tie-ins, but we have some job offers, so we're going to look at them. And they're all downgrades. They're like all downgrades. So they have a coordinator job for us at Central Michigan, a coordinator job at Colorado State, a team that we beat, by the way, just crushed. This is considered an upgrade, I guess, being a coordinator at Iowa. But then we also have a coordinator position at Navy. So 3 teams that are all considerably worse than we are in Group of 5. And then we can go and coordinate for Iowa if we wanted to and take a big P5 job. But we are staying here at Utah State until we do what we are setting out to do. And that is, of course, win a bunch of conference championships, win a bunch of bowl games, and eventually, move the Aggies into a respectable program here. Maybe the Big 12. Maybe we could reform the Pac-12. Who knows? But regardless, that is the goal with this program, and we are doing that before I ever even leave. In fact, Richard Poker will probably die doing that, because by this point, following the lore from the Northwestern franchise, he's probably well in his 60s or early 70s at this point. He might be setting a record for oldest coach, so we might not have a ton of years. He might be 85. He might be like Joe Paterno by the time he retires. So here is a look at our season breakdown, man. We are better on third down with better yards per game. They are a bunch better passing team. I don't know, is that amount or efficiency? I'm not sure, but either way, we're getting started here. 3rd and 8 already for the Hilltoppers. They're going for a deep ball, and Ike Larson, man, gets the big hand up, knocks that one down. So Western Kentucky comes up empty-handed on their first drive, so what can we do on our first drive on 3rd and 4? And we find Brock Lane, who somehow holds on to that ball after getting bounced around to the ground. But we have another 3rd down on 3rd and 3. Spencer Petras drops back, and it's a screen pass, and we get that one to Faison, who's got some open space, can't get away from the one lowly tackler, so he gets brought down at the 10. So we fast forward to another 3rd and short situation. Petras rolling out, trying to find an open man, but the play does not develop how I thought it would. So we're going to bring out Nimrod to try and knock him a chip shot, and yeah, kicking is it's a thing in this game, You kick sometimes, and sometimes you don't. Me, most of the time I don't, so the score remains 0-0 after 1 quarter of play, as neither team can really do much. We really outperformed Western Kentucky in the first quarter, but, I fought for every single inch, man. You saw how many 3rd downs we had. Fought for every single inch. So Western Kentucky has moved the ball into our territory, and they're going to go with the ground game, and it's going to work as there's a ton of open space on the right side, and no one's going to catch him as he gets into the end zone for the first touchdown of the game. The Hilltoppers find the end zone turf before we do, and he's already saying he's putting us to sleep, man. Whatever, man. There's plenty of ball left to play. Come on now. But Western Kentucky does strike early, and their nightmarish mascot is here to root them on. I just realized we don't have a mascot, do we? We got the little military guys. Like that's what we have. We got the little military guys. That's about it. So they did little push-ups every time. but outside of that, I don't think we have true mascots. So our next chance on offense now here from our own 40. Spencer Petras drops back, and we want this deep ball. We're going to uncork this one to Jalen Royals, and it's to the defense. All right, so first interception now for Spencer Petras in what feels like a while. It's been a while since he had a pick. I know I edited out a lot of them from the previous few weeks of the season, but this is going to define our game here if we can't protect the football and move the football, which has been so far an issue in this game. So the Hilltoppers are going to get a prime opportunity right around midfield or so, as they've already worked it into our territory. So on 1st and 10, they're going to go with the ground game again. Perfect lanes opening up as he bounces out to the outside, misses one man, and can't get rid of the other one, but gets brought down inside the 15-yard line. So Western Kentucky threatening to score yet again. 1st and 10, they're going to go with the option, and their quarterback's got some speed, and we can't just seem to close in on him and bring him down as he gets into the end zone. And that is a tall man. He's a very tall quarterback. But still, man, we had guys shuffling their feet 5 yards in front of them. I don't know what we were doing, man. We just forgot how to play football, I guess. I don't know. But Western Kentucky strikes again, and it is now 13-0, now 14-0 after the extra point. And they have the football again coming out of the 2-minute warning, and it's a very sketchy pass and some congestion, but it is completed. So on 2nd and 8, and again, rolling out to the corner. It's a beautiful catch, beautiful play, honestly, by the Hilltoppers offense. But we have them stopped on 3rd and 3. We gotta come up big here on 3rd down, and we do not, as they complete it and get a whole lot more, and it's 1st and 10 again. So, but we do stop them on 3rd and 4. They can still get a first down somehow at the 1-inch line, but they're going to try and get into the end zone, and they do just that, as that receiver is just standing on the goal line, just waiting for the ball to get to him, because our DBs are lost, dude. We are just lost on defense. If I knew how to read defenses and was just better at this game, this probably wouldn't be happening, but it is. You're watching it. It's happening in real time. We are down 20-0 in our very first bowl game. Richard Poker's getting absolutely undone by a lowly Western Kentucky, a team that wasn't even FBS when he took over Northwestern. Come on. On 2nd and 4 now. Spencer Petras, again, flipping this one through a ton of pressure, and that one gets batted around. Somehow Colby Bowman's the one who comes down with it and gets past midfield. Very dangerous pass, turns into somehow a huge gain for this Aggie offense as we finally get something going here. But on 3rd and 10, we can't get the ball to move forward at all. Going to try and get this one out to Brock Lane, or excuse me, it's Colby Bowman, and it is in his hands, but he can't haul it in. So that one's going to get dropped. So on 4th and 10, the last play of the half, we're going to go for the Hail Mary ball. We're going to send it up on a prayer, and it's Colby Bowman who comes down with it in the end zone. Somehow he was still in bounds. That ball just barely got there, but he does manage to haul it in, and that is going to be a touchdown. It's the only offense to speak of from the Aggies in the first half of play. Completely uncharacteristic of the team that we've seen all season long, but hey, man, this is bowl season. It's a different kind of thing. I wish I had the fallback of sitting out, but we don't. It'd be cool if maybe you could do that, like just sit out a bunch of dudes, but it'd be cool if they added that, if EA added that to this game, but maybe not cool. I mean, if you could toggle it, like a setting or something, that would be kind of cool. Like toggle having people sitting out who plan to transfer or, whatever, like juniors or something. But we're starting with everyone, and we're playing this poorly. So 21-7 is your score after one half of play. The Hilltoppers are absolutely topping the Aggies right now. Pause. As we are just struggling really, really badly on offense, getting anything going. Spencer Petras hasn't been able to do much for us. We've had to throw a lot more, which isn't something that we normally do. Western Kentucky has really silenced our running game. Something I haven't really showcased too much in this video so far. Just trying to stick it to the scoring plays, of course, in the offensive drives. So on 1st and 10, out of the half, Spencer Petras is going to lay this one up, an absolute deep ball to Jalen Royals, and somehow he hauls that one in. So we've been trying to hit him all game long. That's why we've been making the mistakes. And finally we get him because the playbook just keeps wanting to give us these plays to Jalen Royals. So we finally going to get something going on the run game as Rasul Faison gets the first down. And he hasn't been completely silenced, but it just hasn't been that dominant. Normally we can rely and kind of rest on our running game. That has not been the case here against Western Kentucky. So we're going to do some crafty magic at the line, some Peyton Manning type stuff here, try and pull the defense out of position, and we do as I find Brock Lane heading towards the left side of the field. It's Colby Lane. It's Colby Bowman. I keep getting mixed up. I keep thinking it's Brock Lane out there, but it's Colby Bowman every single time. So, we get a nice pass play there, and Spencer Petras is feeling the heat. And so on 2nd and 5, you're trying to get into the end zone. We're going to try and hit this one to the running back. And full honesty, just full disclosure, I didn't see him. I completely didn't see him. I had no idea he was there. I think in my defense, I thought he was blending in with the end zone turf, so I just didn't see him at all. But yeah, that's a bad pick, and I completely did not see him. So any chance to gain some momentum here in this game is completely blown away by another pick. But on 3rd and 7, Western Kentucky cannot manage to get into the end zone, so they're going to bring out the kicking unit to try and add another 3 points to their lead, and they do just that off of that chip shot. So 24-7 is now your score here late in this ball game. We are running out of chances, out of opportunities. On 3rd and 1, we have a chance now to get into the end zone. The pressure is on, and we float this one to the back of the end zone to Colby Bowman, and he gets this one in, man. He's got the ice in his veins. He keeps telling y'all he's got the ice in his veins. So Colby Bowman, the only player that's really doing much for us on offense. Spencer Petras has struggled to get this offense downfield, but we do find Colby Bowman now for the 2nd touchdown of the day. So we are still within shot, I guess. I mean, this has been a tough game, guys. I've cut out so much of the rough stuff. But that would be it, man. That would be it. We wouldn't do much of anything else, and this one's going to end 24-14 as Western Kentucky would completely control the game for the rest of the game, and nothing would happen in that 4th quarter. So just spare y'all. Spare y'all the misery. Because as much as I want to say, hey, man, there was a close chance, another opportunity, we had a game win. No. No, there wasn't, man. Just 3 and outs for the rest of the game. Just nothing else happened. So that Hail Mary and that Colby Bowman touchdown was the only thing worth showing from this Aggie team, man. It was a rough one. From beginning to end, it was a very, very rough game. So I'm sorry you all had to witness that. I'm very sorry you all had to witness that. As Western Kentucky takes home the New Mexico Bowl. They outplay us on offense by a little bit here. They outran us, and again, that's the huge difference maker here. So we managed to run a little bit, but Western Kentucky was just absolutely rolling all over us, man. We couldn't stop them, man. It was like a different team out there. I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened. It was a completely different team. I mean, okay, removing the veil here, taking down the 4th wall, I guess. I don't know what happened to it. It was like a difficulty spike. If you've ever played an EA Sports game, in like a high, like intense game, you know, like an important game, and it just all of a sudden feels incredibly harder. That's what this was. That's completely what this was. I went into this game just thinking it'd be a normal game like the last few weeks have been, maybe a little bit tough like the Hawaii game, but nah, this is just a completely different ball game, man. Completely different game. That one touchdown that their quarterback scored scrambling, yeah, dude, like, just different. Looking over the rest of bowl season now, Rutgers loses the LA Bowl to Nevada. Louisiana beats North Texas in the Frisco Bowl. I mean, man, just look at all this. There's so many bowl games. Why are there so many freaking bowl games? We, of course, lose, man. Wisconsin wins. We got the playoff games mixed in, so ignore those because we will look at the bracket at the end of this. But here is the look at bowl season as Wake Forest beats Charlotte. I mean, gosh, look at these. Look at all these bowl games, man. The Detroit Bowl, it's called something else, isn't it? It's not the Detroit Bowl. Could they not get the sponsor of some of them? Is that what that is? What's the logo? No, the Texas Bowl is the Texas Bowl, right? There's got to be some that they couldn't get the rights to, right? Rice and Sam Houston. That's just a Texas Bowl. Come on now. There's like 4 of those. There's 4 Texas Bowls. Northwestern makes a bowl, which is impressive. I didn't really get a good look at how the Mountain West did in bowl season. I didn't see how we went bowling. We didn't do any favors. We absolutely didn't do any favors to anyone by losing our game. But these are all the playoff games. And then here's some more of the Pop-Tarts Bowl. TCU wins the Pop-Tarts Bowl. Yay, the Pop-Tarts Bowl. Do they have... Someone's probably already played it and might already be on YouTube. But does anyone know if they have the Pop-Tart? If they don't have the Pop-Tart in this game, I'm going to be upset. And then where do they have some of these games that are at baseball fields? I'm curious where those are. Either way, here's a look at the bracket, okay? So Memphis is the G5 auto lock, and Ohio State crushes them. Oregon beats Texas Tech. Kansas State beats Georgia, and Maryland beats USC. And then Ohio State beats Virginia Tech in the Peach Bowl. Oregon loses to Utah in the Sugar Bowl. And then South Carolina handles Kansas State. And then in the Rose Bowl, Michigan beats out Maryland. So in the Natty semifinal here, you get Ohio State losing to Utah, and then Michigan beating South Carolina, with Michigan and Utah in the Natty. And Utah wins. So Utah is your champ, who we almost beat. So we're going to cover the offseason in the next video. Hope to see y'all there.